I'm a public servant working with NIMASA.
I'm Samuel Obogo, a younger brother to Mrs. Virginia Inseribe. She is that type that so much believes in God, and she's prayerful.
Met my husband when I was living in Houston, Texas.
Before she got married, she was about early 40s.
Somebody telling him, she doesn't look like somebody that can give birth. 2014, September 13th, that was when we got married. First year, nothing happened. Mid part of 15, I got pregnant.
First pregnancy she had miscarried.
We decided to go through some tests. Discovered that my fallopian tube was blocked.
During our challenges, told her that, don't be worried.
My husband has been very supportive, always been there for me. I am very prayerful, believe that at God's time, He will do it. I know that even if there is a delay, that He will not deny me. Sometimes I will cry. Let me just hold on to God. I went for Redeem annual convention. And I told God, I want triplets. Went to ShopRite and bought 3 baby clothes. While we were at that service, any opportunity for waving my 3 baby clothes, I will do it. At the end of the service, I went to the altar and I laid down there. I rolled from one end to the other, cried to God. I came here for Him to remember me, just like He remembered Sarah, just like He remembered Hannah, just like He remembered Rebecca. The same purpose why I am here, to live here with my triplets. That year I turned 50. 2017, went to my zonal pastor, explained to him that I'm planning on going for IVF. Went for the first one.
She lost it.
I felt so empty and I cried. April 2017, my church, the women there, spent 3 days at Ife Owara camp. I went with them. You go to your hut and pray. God, I'm here again. I want my triplets. Then when we came back from Ife Owara, I went for another one again.
So the second time I went with her,
I told God the hour has come. I went back in 2 weeks' time. I was confirmed pregnant. I was so excited. God, I knew it. I knew You would never fail me. Kept praising Him. 2 weeks after I came back to the clinic, doctor checked 1, 2, 3, 4. I am seeing 4 babies. 4 babies. I asked for 3, 4. I was a little confused. I was overwhelmed. I called my husband and traveled. 4 babies. 2 weeks after the bleeding started, I was on admission, off and on, through until I think about 5 months. One night, so much blood. They said all 4 babies are there, intact. When I got to the 5th month, the doctor told me that they do not have the facility to maintain me here, that I have to travel out. So I bought an economy ticket. My legs, you see, one leg was this big. I was so heavy. When we landed Chicago airport, 1 month after, I was having early contractions that they were going to keep me there and observe me. I'm only 6 months. After about 2 hours, they said, we have to take you to the theater. We have to bring those children. They forgot that before this time, my legs were numb, trying to use sharp needle to check if I was ready to be opened. When they opened me, I screamed. My blood pressure went up to a dangerous level, and now they were fighting for my life. I was delivered of 4 bouncing baby boys. The children were this tiny, just the size of a lizard.
she called me, I have delivered. And I was happy.
They were in the incubator for 3 months. After 2.5 months, they were calling me, there's an emergency. By the time we rushed and got there, Corey was already gone. They told us that it was pneumonia. We said, God, we asked for 3. You gave us 4. It really affected me. I went into depression. God spoke to me. He said, you asked for 3 and I gave you 4. He said the 4th one was an exchange for your life. At the end of the day, we went home with 3 boys. The first is Daniel, Ryan, and the third is Jaden. God took care of me and the children. Did not allow us to spend 1 dime. Only thing I bought was the tickets. Every other thing God took care of it. God overwhelmed me. I don't know what to say.
In fact, I don't know. The testimony is superb.